Hello and welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna and I am on day 2 of series 11, Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. This sketch is by the Scrappy Sisters, one of the Scrappy Sisters, Katie Scott. And these pictures are of my sister and my daughter Meredith and my sister's two sons. I am using the Color Splash collection from Scrapbook Generation. It is by W. Rush Sanders. And I'm just kind of quickly going through the papers in the collection. I won't, oh, I might be using all of those actually, and there's more to the collection than that. But this sketch made me think of this paper, and that this is the first time I've used this collection. I love the colors. I am all about bright colors, but that doesn't mean they are easy to use. Um, and I don't know why. Maybe they're too bright. They're not too bright. I love bright. Um, and so I am so glad to be using this collection. I'm gonna struggle really badly with cutting this piece of paper in half. Eventually, I wanna. My ruler is not long enough. I want to use it to go along and fold it in half. Sooner, probably later rather than sooner. I am going to figure out return to kindergarten and just fold the thing in half. Even after this, I struggle cutting it, but you'll see that soon. This paper is glossy, so if you don't like glossy, you won't like this collection, but I am fine with it, and this is fun to use. I also have one of her collections that has musical items on it. I'll have to use that one day. So I start to trim and I think, can I rip it? And it doesn't rip really cleanly. I don't know if it has to do with the gloss or the thickness of the paper or whatever. But I'm going to try to get it straight. Nope, I decide I don't want to rock it. Boy, I'm going to start from the other side with the scissors. I'm going to go and get my trimmer out, which still isn't going to work because it's still longer than 12 by 12. I start, okay, let's just get the scissors and let's just cut it like we did in kindergarten. And thank you for hanging with me while I figure out how to cut my paper in half. And that little bit you're not even going to notice at the end of the um, layout because it gets covered with the pictures. So here I am really just deciding which side do I want to use. So I know I want to use that side, and I go and find some yellow paper to match the harness that they're wearing on the rides at Six Flags Great America in Illinois. So I have this tags and words, I think it's called. And so I'm going to cut out all of the blue tags. It's kind of my MO to go with certain colors on a layout. So this one, my sister's son has got a blue sleeve. I really get a kick out of these pictures because the little guy, you can see his ears sticking out of the harness at one point. Uh, they know what they're doing there. He was held in there very well, but you can see my daughter and my sister's heads popping out over the top and the little guy's ears coming out the side. So I thought this was cute. But anyway, he's got a blue shirt on, so I have blue tags. I have 3 girls, so down the road, we use blues all the time. I can't even say that I was using it because I couldn't use it with my girls. So to cut out the title, I'm going to use the tiles here, the banners, and I cut every row in straight across to be very orderly. And then I will trim out the letters that I'm going to use to make Six Flags, which is the title. And I thought I was doing so good because I wanted a different color for every letter. Without putting too much effort into it. And I got close. I didn't want to use yellow. I think at one point I did cut out a yellow, but I'm like, ooh, that is just not going to work on that yellow paper. So the only color that gets used twice is that light blue, and it just so happens it's the last letter in 6, which is X, and the first letter in flags, which is F. And my brain tries to figure out how can I mix things around so that I can get different colors in there so that they, again, don't repeat, but that doesn't happen. I don't know that I was struggling with those two being the same, other than at one point I might have thought about putting in all one long straight line, and then it wouldn't have worked because those two would have been exactly next to each other, but um, it is absolutely fine. And it is hard because it's with the 6, there's only one X, and I don't think there was that many G's. And the other weird thing is they don't put all their letters together. So I think it went through the alphabet once, and then you can see all the E's stuck on the right-hand side there. So there's E's and I's and different things. And they might have went through the alphabet twice, just straight through, and then gave you all the extras at the end. Anyway, yeah, the hardest part was picking out the colors of the title. And you can see, I think I got the same. Oh, here it is. It's the same. Yep. So at first I had the X and the G were the same colors, and that wasn't going to work because they were right on top of each other. But the X and the F can be the same color. But my brain tried to go and, yep, I'm going to make, Six Flags, that's neat, that other darker purple. So then I go to the stars and I cut out 3 different, and I think they're all different size stars because there is a bunch of stars on this paper and 3 different sizes. So I get a couple, I think I had a couple green ones, and then I pick out a yellow one. And that's really all the embellishment this needs. I think with the bright colors, it didn't need too much. So 3 tags, 3 stars, and then I do end up with a journaling tag, which is, I think, is extra. Yeah, that wasn't in the sketch, but and I moved my title into the blank space. So where the title is, I have my journaling tag there, which works really good. So I use my I want to say cropper hopper. That is not the name of it. My Crop-A-Dile to cut the holes nicely into these tags. And I've already cut my twine for my title there, so they're not hanging, well, they will be hanging in the wind, but they're not just floating there. And making sure that my paper lines up to this yellow paper. And then I'll just use my ATG glue to glue it down so that it's not going anywhere. And get it straight. And then I want to mat my photos. I can't tell if it shows that way in the sketch. It might, but it just made them pop more. So, and I think if I'm gonna mat anything, I'm probably grabbing white. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't do a lot of matting on my photos, honestly. So I just make them like a 1/4 inch bigger than the pictures. They're both similar pictures. The smaller one is a closer up one, so you can see Meredith peeking over the top there at me. I'm not a big roller coaster rider, so I did set some out. I don't like the drops. I'm a big baby when it comes to the drops. I will do corkscrews and different things, but I'm okay with going up, but if it comes down too fast, not so good. But these 4 all enjoyed all the rides. So, here I've got twine. That's from Paper Studio. The top twine is from Paper Studio as well. And I'm just going to make sure that each of my tag holes are filled there. I don't want them to be naked. And then just going to get them placed on the layout to where they belong. And like I said, it didn't need a lot more decorating. So this was a pretty easy, straightforward layout using this collection. I do like ordering from Scrapbook Generation. I like it that you can bank your order and then they won't get out of stock. You can buy it, they'll put it aside for you, and then once you hit I believe it's $100, you get the free shipping. Maybe it's not $100, maybe it's not. No, I think it's $100. They also have the first weekend of the month, they have a free kit, which I've enjoyed too. It's just a little something extra um, that I look forward to. So I try to plan my purchases accordingly. I am not on a spending freeze, but I am very careful of what I spend my money on because I have so much product and I want to use it. I do have my eye right now on Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. Would be intrigued to use those, but I don't need those right away. So there, I'm getting the stars down. I'm getting the tags down. Next up is going to be this the title. I play around with that a lot. I want it to look like it's hanging in the wind, but yet I want it to look not too random either. So try to figure that out, right? Yeah, and I tried so long to get those so that I didn't have two light blues in there. And why? Who's gonna notice? Not myself next year when I go look at it again. And I'm just individually getting these done with the ATG, and then I will take the glue to lay a line of glue so that the twine can follow that line. And I do tuck the twine under the tops of the tags just a little bit to make them look like they're hanging off. Make sure you check below to see everybody. There's a playlist, so you can just click on the playlist and watch all of the videos. Everybody's got uploaded. There's going to be a lot of them. Did I say day 2? We are not on day 2. We are on day 5. Disclaimer. I'll have to put that in there. Day 5 it is today with this sketch. So I have been having lots of fun. I get lots of done this month. I do a layout every day. I love the inspiration. I love to see how everyone does it a little bit differently with the same sketch, or a lot differently. I mean, you can take as much inspiration from the sketch as you like. I'm a good one for just following it pretty closely, especially the first time I use it. So finishing up, see the still shots, and I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me and found some creativity. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.